UBytes, Unity tutorials in 256 seconds or less. And here we are. We've arrived at the final episode of the first series of UBytes. We've been covering the new events system namespace in Unity 4.6, and we're finally going to get into some of the neat things that are actually part of the code namespace. This part. Well, what can that do for you? Well, the cool thing it can do for you is that you can take these events, in fact, these entire event triggers, and just get rid of them. And you can handle inside of here all of the same events without having to resort to the visual programming style that is encouraged by the new drag and drop interface, or not really all that new, but the drag and drop interface for events that's included here. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to remove all of these components that we've added for the event triggers, and we're going to create that same functionality using entirely just our custom click handler script, which we leave on all of these objects. And we're going to come back in here, and perhaps in the other videos you may have noticed that there is this bit of commented out code here. Well, that is accompanying this bit of code here at the top. It's an important detail. And this is how you implement, or rather tell the compiler that you are implementing an interface for this class. And what is telling it that it implements an interface do for you? Well, that lets other classes that are looking at it know that it can trust that this will respond to certain methods. In this case, on pointer click. So this is the safer way of doing some of the event callback stuff that Unity used to do with its on message or God damn it, now I have to record this part. Anyway, moving on swiftly. This is how you tell the event system that you are going to handle any clicks that come to this object. So if there's an event system in the scene and you have one of these methods, or rather you implement one of the interfaces inside of event systems, you can handle the corresponding event. So here, assume that I have, once again, this commented out because the compiler knows about this. I can go in here and go refactor and implement interface and actually put the method somewhere. And so this is kind of neat. That is the template then that got implemented here. So you don't have to actually do the boilerplate code part. This is part of MonoDevelop. It's also part of ReSharper and the other sorts of refactoring tools that are available on Visual Studio. So in order to get this to work, we've already said we're implementing the interface. All we have to do is comment this code, and this will handle what IWasClicked was doing, but it's going to give us a slightly different message in the event log. So it's going to be pretty easy to spot that that's what we're using and not the other stuff. So if we go back in and make sure this is saved and that it compiles, all the normal stuff you do with Unity, go in here, hit play, and we can go ahead and look at our actor. I can verify for you. It does not have any of that trigger code on it anymore, but if I click on it, then I get messages. So actor, floor, UBytes logo, and button all clicked. And that's how you implement custom interfaces in order to handle events for Unity 4.6. That's it. Talk to you guys next time.